limit your ability to access credit in the future. Credit unions in the Republic of Ireland are regulated by the Central Bank of Ireland.
Around the Northwest, live from Lifford Old Courthouse. At the Big Family Fun Day tomorrow Saturday, you can explore the cells, try out the stocks, and be entertained by clowns and storytellers from 12 to 2 with free admission.
Absolutely, that is on here tomorrow. The fun day is from 12 to 2 and it is absolutely free. I'm joined by Gillian Graham now, who's the manager here at Lifford Old Courthouse, and also Patrick McHugh, who's the events manager. Good afternoon to you both.
Hey,
Because we're in for a busy day tomorrow.
We are.
For sure. Gillian, I'll start with you. A wee bit of history about this place, because it screams history, and especially when you go down into the cells and you feel the cold down there and you realise just how far back that it was built. But it served as a courthouse and a jail.
It did, yes. There was holding cells. The cells were the holding cells for prisoners before trials, and also for after trials as well, until there was a jail built as well in Lifford, but it's long gone.
So what sort of sentences are we chatting about, or what sort of time would prisoners have spent here? Are we chatting, days and weeks, or would there have been longer spells?
Anything up to 18 months was generally the longest sentence that you would stay here. For the more serious crimes, what they would often do is transport you to Australia. So things like sheep stealing, you could get sent to Australia, whereas things like theft, assault, you could get 18 months here in Lifford.
All right. And it wasn't a great place to be.
Not a nice place.
No.
Well, you've first-hand experience.
I've experienced of that, yeah, for sure. My sentence was light, mind you, but if you had to stay here for 18 months, it was cold, and I presume they weren't getting great food, and they were harshly treated, and there was punishments.
Yeah, generally not a nice place to be. Prisons back then were designed as punishment, so they were designed to be as harsh and as cruel as possible, because the idea was if you were sent in once, you wouldn't want to be sent back in again.
Right. Well, the beauty now, Gillian, of course, is people can come and visit and see the cells and take a guided tour of the cells, and even play a jailbreak game and hopefully get out.
Yes, there's a lot of different things going on here now that are much more pleasant.
Yeah.
So
the experience is altogether better.
It is, definitely.
Yeah.
We hope so, anyway.
But the place obviously transformed from those days, and especially up on this level, because we're sitting here in the library, and there's a restaurant here now, and you cater for events and parties. So it's quite the transformation.
Yeah, the whole aim of the project is to bring the building back into use and to use every square inch of it. So over the last couple of years, put a lot of time and effort and money into redeveloping the whole building. And then for the first time in probably about 20, 30 years, every section of the building is now available for use.
And Gillian, those uses include dining. I know you've got afternoon teas on, and it's open every day for food and for special parties, even weddings. You can even host weddings here.
Yes, we can. We can transform the restaurant, which was originally the courtroom, into a wedding venue for the day. So we've had a couple of weddings over the years, but that's just something we're working on developing as well.
When we were here for our charity night, that's where we spent most of our time, thankfully. Apart from overnight in the cells, but it was in the old courtroom, and it's a beautiful, grand setting for eating, isn't it?
It is, yes, it's lovely, and we hold concerts in there as well. We've a couple of concerts coming up over the summer, so it's transformed into a different structure for those nights as well.
Well, we had a mini concert that night with Kenny, so the conditions weren't too harsh for our overnight in the cells. Patrick, you were our saviour that night, because we were given a game to do, the escape game, and of course we all failed miserably. But you were there with a few handy pointers, and it's important, I suppose, if anybody's thinking of, with a group or even bringing the kids, that there's always a way out. Be nice on the way in, and you might just get the details as to how to get out.
I'll just correct you there as well. The fellas team failed miserably. The girls team did pretty well.
I didn't want to mention that.
So But yeah, we do the jailbreak escape room game here, which is good fun. You get 60 minutes to solve puzzles and escape from one of the cells. And yeah, if you're nice to the prison guards on the way in, we may give you a clue here and there.
You don't need any special skills, by the way. You don't have to be like a mathematician or anything like that to be able to get out. And as well as the adult version, there's one for kids as well.
Yeah, so like no physical activity required. The only thing we tell people you need is your head and your hands, and that's all you need. And that doesn't mean ram your head into the door to get out. But we've had 9-year-olds and we've had 90-year-olds doing it, so it's really something that everyone can do.
And then after you do work out the various clues, and kind of one leads to another, and one box leads to another, and so on, you go, now why didn't we think of that earlier? And a lot of it is logical, but you just need to compose yourself and work it out. And when you have a few there together, all heads help. But it's great fun. It's great, and you have an hour to get out.
Yeah, no, it's great fun for things like team building, even skills. Like, it's a good way of, if you don't know anyone, you're putting a cell with them. There's not much else you can do but work together in a team, because as you know yourself, the cells are quite small. Yeah. There's no corners to sit in. Like,
no hiding place.
There's no hiding place, so you kind of just get stuck into it. And even if you come in and you're a bit skeptical of what you need to do, 10, 15 minutes in, people get really, really into it.
Yeah, absolutely. I find that once you solve the first clue, then it gives you a platform. It gives you, gives you great confidence then to push on. And the tour of the cells, Gillian, how long does that take? You can get a guided tour. If you've got 2 or more, you get a guided tour.
Yeah, so that takes 45 minutes to an hour. So we call that the live prisoner experience. So that's where you're taken down by the prison guard and you're fingerprinted and sentenced to a crime, and you get to experience life as prisoners would. You get to experience the lovely buttermilk that they would have had as part of their diet. Experience the schoolroom where the younger prisoners would have got some learning while they were here as well. So again, that's Patrick as well.
How young, Patrick, were they, some of the prisoners?
The youngest prisoner that we know of here in Lifford was 8. Someone who was given 6 months in prison for stealing a coat, which is particularly harsh. And the youngest prisoner transported to Australia that we know of was 11 years of age. So it was 18, 28, 7 years transportation for sheep stealing.
Those tough times.
Yeah.
And you mentioned, Gillian, earlier about live music in the old courthouse, and there's a concert coming up towards the end of the month, and Amy hopefully will be on later on playing a song for us. But a great lineup there at the concert, and perfectly suited to a night like that.
Yes, a lot of local talent. That was the idea with this one, was to showcase local talent. So we have Jim Farmer-Hart, Amy Meehan, Lynn Campbell. Lynn was on stage here on the 1st of April as well with Strawman. That was our first concert in over 2 years. So this will be our second one. So really looking forward to getting back into the music events as well.
Brilliant, absolutely. Mickey Duffy and Paul Hannigan on the lineup as well. That's the 25th, so tickets available for that, Saturday the 25th. Well, good luck tomorrow with the big fun day, and plenty for families to see and do. It's all absolutely free, so they can have a wander around and enjoy, well, a lot that, is not normally here, like face painting and storytelling and, entertainers and stuff.
Yeah, and they can have a wander down through the cells as well and try the stocks and have a wanted poster, so they'll get to see everything that's going on here.
Okay then, well, good luck with that. Thank you both for joining us on the show, and appreciate it.
Thank you, John.
And let's take some more music now. Here is ABBA.